Hands down, the most attractive thing that any guy can do is just not like me back.
Well, yeah, pretty much, right? We have to look at everything that's going on in this video because there's a lot that wasn't said that she's actually saying. Okay. Now, we have to look at the fact that this is a guy that she's paying attention to. Okay, because how would she know if he didn't like her back or if he didn't? You get what I'm saying? Like, again, it's kind of like when you say, why is that person staring at me? Well, you wouldn't know if they were staring at you if you wasn't looking at them. When we hear videos like this, the average guy might get confused where he's like, oh, so all I got to do is ignore women and I'll get girls. Like, no, that's not how it works. The bottom line is you still have to engage and make some type of connection. You still have to engage and make some type of contact to create a mutual connection, to give her the opportunity to ask herself, am I attracted to this guy or not? And then from there, you know, it's kind of like that whole Morgan Freeman thing, right? Shout out to Morgan Freeman. He was in an interview one time and he was like, yeah, you don't chase women, right? You let them know what it is and then you go about your business. You understand? And so it's kind of like that, where it's like, you know, you come in contact with a woman, you know, you share pleasantries, you know, you let her know, hey, I find you attractive and I like this about you because I find this and this interesting and so on and so forth. All right, cool. Have a nice day or whatever it is. Or if it's in a, you know, some type of ecosystem where maybe she goes to a gym or maybe she's a part of a running group or maybe it's a friend circle or maybe she goes to your school or maybe she goes to your job or maybe it's some athletic sports league or you met her at a party or a networking convention or whatever it is, right? So the bottom line is that you've made contact. Now, the better you get at dealing with women is the better you're going to understand the women, how they behave when they like you and how they behave when they're not interested. OK, so when you realize that she's interested and then you decide, hey, I'm going to go about my business. And truthfully, here's the thing. You should be going about your business. You should be prospecting other women. You should be meeting other women, you know, all that stuff, right? Your life keeps going on because you're a man with a masculine identity and you have a dope life, right? So the thing is this. When she finally gets around to trying to hit you back, or maybe when you were networking, you gave her your number or something like that, or you gave her your card, or you followed each other on Instagram or whatever it is. Sometimes you got to give them the room to reach back out to you. And that's really all that is. It's not to say that you don't like her or it's not to say that you're not interested. But the thing is that sometimes the best way to attract them is to leave them alone and let them make their own decision and then reach out to you. You understand? Especially when you understand what you're dealing with. And it takes practice. It takes time. It takes a certain level of awareness for you to really understand what you're dealing with, right? Where you can see a woman's behavior, see how she talks, see how she behaves. Like maybe when you look at her, she's twirling her hair or she's trying to move closer to you. Or if you're in a party, every time you move over here, you see her, you know, positioning herself to be seen by you or to be, you know, or she finds a way to put herself into the conversation, or she's always laughing at your corny jokes, or everything you say, even if it wasn't a joke, she's laughing and giggling and all this. So when you start to notice a lot of these things, it's like, man, I ain't even got to try with this one. You understand? Let me give her a chance to decide if she really want to mess with me, and she can reach out to me because she has all my information. So that's what's happening in this video. You understand? I don't want you to think that, oh yeah, I'm going to just go up to a woman and then ignore her, like not say hi, not introduce yourself. And not, no, you still got to talk. You still got to approach. You still got to engage verbally and socially and all that other shit. You still got to do what you got to do. Don't think you could just walk around here ignoring everyone and women are just going to, you know, jump out at you. OK. And I want you to keep in mind what she says, the most attractive thing you can do. And that further indicates that she's talking about a guy that she already finds attractive. You understand? Again, when these women talk, you can't take what they say at face value. You know, take it with a grain of salt, and you need to understand all the things that she's not saying. OK, because a lot of times when you listen to women on podcasts, they're talking about all these things they hate about men. And a lot of men internalize that and they think, oh my God, women don't like men and blah, blah, blah. And it causes a very negative narrative in the minds of the average man who doesn't know what to look for and doesn't know what he's really looking at. So what we have to do is, like I said, pay attention to what the woman is not saying. Pay attention to the logic of everything. When a woman lists all the things she hates about men, all she's really doing is going through her dating history and talking about all the ain't shit men that she probably attracted throughout the course of her dating history. That's all she's saying. She's not necessarily saying that a new guy doesn't stand a chance. That's not what she's saying. Usually. You understand? When women talk about all that negative stuff about dating, all they're doing is talking about the guys that they don't like and the guys that already broke their heart or the guys that already messed around and, you know, lied to them or treated them poorly or whatever it was. You get what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that you can't meet her and then spark her interest and she start a whole new journey with you. You get what I'm saying? So again, when you're hearing these women talk, especially on these TikToks and all this other stuff, you have to pay attention to what she's not saying. Okay. So she's like, by far, the most attractive thing that any guy can do is to not like me back. See, that guy that she's talking about is a guy that she already likes. So the trick or the whole thing for you, as far as trying to get her interest and make her attracted to you, is not just about ignoring her. It's about engaging her, giving her a sample of what it is to be in the presence of your dope ass, high value, high powered masculine identity, right? And then you withdraw and you give her a chance to reach out to you. That's all. So maybe she'll text you and be like, "Hey, what's up? I had a great time at the party last night." Don't say nothing. You get what I'm saying? Or she'll like your pictures on Instagram. Don't say nothing. Don't reply. Don't do nothing. You understand? And then later on, when you see her like trying to really get at you, then it's like, all right, cool. Then you set up the date immediately. Now, all that back and forth texting and talking and all that grand rising queen and all that, what you have for lunch today and all that, leave that shit alone. Set up the date. Let's get together because I already see that you feeling me. So I ain't got time for the bullshit. You get what I'm saying? So that's really all it is, guys. You're not going to get women by simply just going out and holding the wall or ignoring women. You still got to engage, but you got to start to learn how to see when a woman is attracted to you and when they're not. All right. So we should boy Miles Cunningham. Hope you got some fun in this video. Hope you're having a great day. Be good to yourself. Be grateful. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.